We are at the mercy of a trade that knows neither race nor geography, neither gender nor social class. This trade has crossed borders and destroyed societies and dreams. Without the moral commitment of the men and women in this room, this trade will have left cities, countries, and even civilizations erased. So I must commend you for your sacrifices in the bid to keep our world drug-free, sane, and safe. This conference emphasizes your investment across borders to protect us from the devastation of drugs, a threat that only submits to the enforcement of the law. Therefore, we are grateful to HONLAB and its partners, notably the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, for creating this avenue for offering intelligence and drug law enforcement officials a grand opportunity to compare notes, collaborate, and build networks that will be several steps ahead of the criminal network of transnational drug organizations. The choice of Nigeria for this gathering, I believe, is a profound recognition of the campaign and fight against illicit drugs in Nigeria, as led by our lead agency, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA. We are hosting the 31st HONLAB meeting here to reassure you of our promise to participate in building a wall not threatened by the infiltration of illicit drugs. Over the decades, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, criminal organizations have attempted to breach our security measures in their business of polluting nations and minds. But while it's a compliment that drug law enforcement organizations are a threat to their criminal empires, their desperation must never be taken for granted. Without you as gatekeepers of healthy nations, humanity as we know it will have long been perverted. So on behalf of the world, I say thank you. Thank you to you all who have kept us from being polluted and destroyed. For us, the commitment to fight against drug trafficking and substance abuse is not just a matter of policy, it is a moral imperative. We recognize that the population at war with drugs is not a dividend, but a liability. We believe that the future of our youth, the strength of our institutions, and the well-being of our communities depend on our ability to eradicate this threat. So I must appeal to you to see this gathering as an avenue for the exchange of novel ideas and the development of practical strategies. We must consolidate established contacts, operational partnerships, and cooperation to ensure that the outcomes of these 4 days of deliberation will advance public safety and the emergence of drug-free African communities. Our strength has always been our proactive actions to prevent any individual or group from turning our countries into a minefield of drug trafficking. So we must prioritize prevention, education, and rehabilitation to empower our youth with knowledge and opportunities. We must steer them away from the treacherous path of drug abuse and trafficking and protect our economy from the consequences of their actions. This administration will continue to provide the necessary support, motivation, and tools for the NDLEA to fulfill its mandate. We understand the connection between the success of the fight against substance abuse and illicit drug trafficking and the attainment of a number of goals on our socio-economic and security agenda. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I know you don't need to be reminded of the sacred task before us. I know you are fully aware of the number of people and dreams that depend on your decisions and actions to reach their destination. But more importantly, I know that you are up to the task. I appeal to you to see this conference as a beacon of hope and a catalyst for positive change across our continent. If we don't dismantle the criminal enterprises that threaten our future and build a brighter tomorrow for all Africans, will remain in chains in a diseased and immoral world, as will our children and our great-grandchildren. While I encourage you to take some time out from the busy schedule of your programs to enjoy the beauty and hospitality of Abuja, our federal capital, I thank you all for your dedication and resolve in this noble cause and look forward to the fruitful discussions and partnerships that will emerge from this gathering. On this note, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of President Bola Tinubu, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I declare this conference open. Thank you, and may God bless our great country.
Your Excellency, the Vice President and members of the top table will be unveiling the document over there now.